Hey guys, what's up? ROBLOX here, and today I'm showing you how to make a helicopter backpack in build vote. And yeah, before I get started, don't forget to like and subscribe for future content. Also, you may be wondering, why would I ever need a helicopter backpack? Well, I'm gonna show you right now. Alrighty, here is the helicopter backpack, and yeah, as I was saying in the intro, you're probably like, why would I ever need this? Well, one, it's just a cool backpack, right? I mean, this is kind of cool. Just a big backpack. I mean, you can be carrying anything in this, and who in the world would guess you're carrying a helicopter in your backpack? But yeah, I mean, it looks kind of cool. But what you're really here for, if you flick the switch, a whole helicopter just pops out of it, just like that. And you start to fly in the air, as you can see, and you can drive around. And one thing that's special about this is you can go over anything, just like this. And for people that don't know why I even said that, usually with helicopters, they have something on the ground that's collision on, that's like pushing you in the air. And if you go over something like this, since it's on the ground, it'll just collide with the wall. So you can't go over anything, unlike this one, which uses balloons up there, so you can go over anything just like this. And then whenever you want, all you have to do is flick the switch, jump out of your seat, and boom, you're back to a backpack. And you can just jump around, do whatever. You can say hi to whoever is on magenta team, then you just flick the switch again, you can just fly around. Alrighty, so this build is pretty easy to build. It's definitely not the easiest thing ever, and it's not very hard. I say this is more of like an intermediate build. And yeah, and if you're wondering the parts that you need 364 plastic, 29 pistons, 4 balloons, 2 switches, 2 wheels, 1 car seat, and 1 boat motor. And then if you want to know the tools, you need the binding tool, the scale tool, and the property tool. So yeah. Okay, let's get started. And by the way, just so you know, I have my little reference right here. Pretty much this is what it should look like by the end. And see, there's just a bunch of pistons in there. That's why you need so many pistons and stuff, if you're wondering, because you need 29 of them. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Okay, but yeah, let's just get started. So actually, you may think this is pretty complicated as well, but it's actually not. It just looks complicated because a bunch of them intersect each other, but it's actually not that hard. Okay, so now all we have to go up or do is go up 13 right here. So you might want to know how to use these tools. I'll obviously tell you, but you may want some prior knowledge of them. And yeah, so you'll need about 13 studs up. So here it says 2 by 13 by 2. That's what you need. And then you just want to place a seat right here. And then you want everything to be just like this one, because this is pretty much the perfect model of what you want to make. Other than maybe you want to edit it to be your size, because depending on your player's size, because mine's pretty small, I'm a rat. This one, a little balloon could probably lift me, but if you have a really fat character, you might need a bigger balloon, so you might need more balloons. So yeah, it doesn't really make that much of a difference, but yeah. Okay, and you just want to make this the same size as this one. This one's 12 by 12 by 1. I'm gonna go up like this. Should be 12 by 12 by 1. So let me just go up like this. Okay, so now it's 12 by 12, and we just gotta go in, so now it's 12 by 12 by 1. And then we want to do the same thing on all sides, except I think the sides right here are going to be 12 by 11 by 12, so like this, because we want it to be a nice good square. Also, I'm going to paint these black so that you can see the pink ones. Also, you might want to make your move 0.5 to be able to place these correctly. So we just want to go like this. This should be 11. Oh, I went the wrong way. I want to go up 12 just like that. And we want to do the same thing right here. Boom. I want to go up and then to the side. So now it's 12 by 10. And it's probably fine because this one on the model, it's actually like this, but it doesn't really make a difference. As long as you have this cube right here, you're good. And I'm just going to paint these the normal block color for plastic, just so that you don't think you have to paint it or anything, because you really don't. There's a lot of parts right here that aren't really painted because you won't see them. I mean, obviously you'll see this part because it's the actual backpack. But yeah, okay, now what we want to do is we want to maybe before I say this, we want to actually make a floor, because floor will be pretty useful. And I'm not gonna make the like ceiling part yet. That's gonna be pretty much near the end when we go to make this like balloon right here. So yeah. Okay, now all we have to do is pretty much next to the middle. Okay, so pretty much at the middle, what we want to do, actually first take out this. This is the middle right here, or it's the middle of this block. But to actually find the middle, we want to go one to the left like this. So that's pretty much the middle. It doesn't look like the middle, but it is like kind of the middle. If you really want, you can center this, but it doesn't make a difference because it's just this part right here. And then all we have to do is we want to have one that goes out once. So you set the piston length to 1, and then we do another one right here and just make it go out. And I have to actually get the length. So actually, we actually want this piston to go out 2. So like this, and then we want this piston to go out 7. So 1, 2, 3. This is now 7, and it should just be like that. Okay, and now we just want to do the same thing with another one. So this one has to be 2. Push that out, and then this has to be 7. Oops, I went past. Okay, 7. Okay, and just like that, as you can see, we've got both sides. This is already 4 pistons, and we're only making the sides. And then what we want to do is, as you can see on this one right here, we have a little piece of plastic right here, and then we have like a bunch of pistons. So we have to do that now. So we want to go on each side, and now I think I'm actually going to paint this maybe a white color or something like this, so you can actually see this block. And now what we want to do is we want to set it to 2 by 3 by 2. And then we want to go down here, and we want to place a piston, and then we want to set that piston to the same as that one over there, which is 4. So piston length 4, just like that. And then we go down, and then what we want to do is we want to get our plastic, and we again want to do the same thing as here. So actually I think we have to do this bottom one first. So now we have to go like this and set it to, oops. Okay, we actually want to set our scale to 0.5. Go like that. And now it should be 2 by 1 by 9. And then right here, we want to place another plastic, and we just want to go up until it's like that. And I mean, you don't really have to. You could just not even have that part. It just makes it look a little bit better. And then I placed another piston on each side like this, and I set those ones length to 4, just like this. And then you want to extend pretty much all the pistons that I tell you to place, because we're placing on the back of them because we want it to fit into a small little space. So yeah, okay, and just like this, we have this side done. And now we have to copy the exact same thing here, except on this side, actually what I did is I made this go in, just like that. You don't have to do that. I just did that because it like stores better. But I'm just gonna go like this because you can leave it. And then we just do the same thing on this side. So we set this to 4, like that. And if you notice me checking, it's because I just want to make sure it's right. Because this is a lot of stuff to actually remember. So I'm just making sure I have it all right for you guys. Okay, boom. And then same thing as the side, we want it to be 2 by 1 by 9. So like this. Then on this one also we want to go like this because I forgot to say that. So we want that 0.5 scale, just like that. And again, you probably don't have to do that, but it's just to make sure that all fits correctly. And then we just get the pistons, place them on all sides, or both sides, set the piston length to 4, extend them out just like this, and then we just do the same thing, and we extend them, scale to 0.5, up 1, down 1, just like this. As you can see, it's pretty much good, except I am going to do that. Okay, now it should be the same on both sides, just like that. And then I can probably go and paint it the same color as plastic again, so because you don't really need to see it. Also, I like to do this just so that it's a little bit easier to see, because on the inside especially, because sometimes it can get real dark, and turning the shadows off just makes it a lot easier to see. So yeah, Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're going to go into this little confusing part right here, but don't worry, it's not actually that confusing. Pretty much it's just a block placed in the middle, and then all you have to do is set your rotate to 5, then press R 2 times, just like that, and place it in the middle. So we're going to go over this one and do that same thing. So we find the middle, and then we press set our rotate to 5, and press R 2 times, and place, just like that. Okay, and now we want to set our rotate back to 90, so that's easier to rotate things. And then pretty much all we want to do is place something right here with match rotation on, and then you want to extend it out, make sure it's still at 10, because this one also is at 10, or actually it's at 9. Okay, that's 1%. Okay, so set that to 9, and then what we want to do is we want to place a block that is 5 studs out like this, and then we want to place another piston just there, and then we want to set this one to extend length 5, just like that. And then we want to place another one on the end of that and set that one to extend length 5 as well. Boom, just like that. Okay, and now you should have this like block, or like this piston extend thing out, and you just want to place a thing on the end just like this. And this is just to make sure it has like actual structure look to it. So when it's just pistons, it looks really weak. Okay, and then we want to place pretty much right here. There should be just a little bit right here where it's not touching, and we just want to place a piston there, and we want to set the piston length to 1. And you're probably noticing we have a lot of pistons that are really small, or set to small things. That's because, again, we want everything to fit in here, and if we have them set to really high things, then it's hard to get them to fit real well. Okay, and then what we want to do is place a block here, scale it down so it's small, and then this one right here is pretty much just to make sure that everything looks good, because when it's just one block it doesn't look big enough, so having the extra block just makes it look a little bit better. So yeah, also we want to go like this. Actually, we want to go back a little bit, so I'm just gonna replace this piston, and then we want to set this one to the same as before, so all these should be 5. So set this piston extend length to 5, and then we want to do another one right here, set it to 5 as well. Oh, okay, 5 as well, just like that. Boom. Okay, and now we just go like this and like this. Okay, now we're pretty much good there. I'm just gonna make sure that everything's connected over here by placing this just like that. And this doesn't really make a difference, so you could probably have that there, but I have it there just to make sure everything's connected, because it can be kind of strange when it's not connected. And boom, well, actually it'll just fall off if it's not connected. I might actually just do this. Now it's definitely connected to everything. And then right here, as you can tell, there's a wheel, and I have the wheel kind of inside there so it doesn't look too far off, because this wheel is actually 100% invisible when I have it like loaded in normally, so it should be like that. So what we want to do to copy that is we want to get our wheel. We want to place a wheel right on the end right here, pretty much as far as we can. Actually, I'm gonna place it over here, and actually maybe want it a little bit out, like like that. So as you can see, it's out a bit, and then we just place a wheel there, and I'm gonna set my move to 0.5, and we want a wheel there. Okay, so if you know, that's just a lot of wheels I have to place, but I'm just gonna do it again for you. So just place a wheel here, just like that, and then we place another wheel right here. And actually, if you really wanted to and didn't care, you could just place the wheel there, but it's not really the same, and I guess it doesn't even matter if it's the same, because it's just this little like rotor thing in the back. But yeah, I might actually just place the wheel there, because it looks a little bit better, I think. It doesn't really matter where you place this wheel, as long as you have it, because it still makes it look good. Okay, and then we just want these to be 8, so like this, and then we do the same thing here, so 8, and then I'm just going to scale it into this block right here, so it should look like this. And I'm just going to make this wheel 50% transparency, so I remember later. And then I'm also going to paint it like maybe red or something, I don't know, I guess it doesn't even matter. I just want to remember that I'm going to paint it later. I may actually just paint it black, because it looks pretty terrible when it's red. Okay, now now we're pretty much done with like this tail right here and these sides. Now we have to do the wheel on the bottom. So pretty much the wheel is just right here. I guess it kind of looks like there's two wheels. I don't know why, but I looked down here and I was like, why is there two wheels? But it's actually just this piston. But pretty much this wheel, it's not in the middle. It's like one block to the middle. So it's like if you were to go place it in the middle, it'd be like this. They just go to the side one. So actually it's not one block, it's one stud. So that's you want to do this on this one. So you just place the block right here, make sure the wheel's facing up, and then make sure you move to one, and then you just move it once to the left or once forward this way. So it shouldn't be exactly in the middle. Actually, it should be in the middle like this. So it should be in the middle left and right, but not forward and backwards. So it should be like in this little cross right here. Okay, and now what we want to do is we want to place a piston on it like we do on everything, and make sure that the piston is set to 9, and then extend that up, and then on that piston it should go all the way up here just like this. And then we want to place a block just like on this one, boom, and then on every side we want to place a piston. So here, 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 and here. And then over here, as you can see, they're not set to 10, they're set to 4. So all of these should also be set to 4. And again, it's just to make sure everything fits, because if it's all 10, that means like because usually we place things on the back to go in, and if it's too much, if it's 10, it'll just go all the way back here, and it won't really make that much of a difference. So that's why we do 4 or 2 or 6 on everything. So yeah. Okay. And we just want to do this, we just want to fill it in like that. And if you really wanted to, you didn't even have to use plastic. Like you could just like forget about this right here and just say I don't want you. And that reminds me, we actually have to make these smaller. You don't really have to. I think it just looks a little bit better when it's smaller, because then it doesn't make it look too bulky, but also doesn't make it look too like small. Because if you put like your finger or hand over this and cover it up, it just kind of looks small, too small for the helicopter. But yeah, okay, and then we just want to add some more pistons to it to make it bigger, because this is pretty lame on top. That's why we need some more pistons. Yeah, so we put a piston on every side like this, boom. Okay, and then we set all of these to 4 as well, extend length 4, and then just double click them to make them go in. Okay, just like that. And then we do the same exact thing, place a plastic block, all the sides. Okay, and this side right here, and just like that. As you can see, we have this like helicopter thing. If you really wanted to, you could just put it exactly in the center, but I think it looks a little bit better when it's not in the center, because then like, I don't know, everything's in the back, I guess, and it just looks a little bit better when it's in the front. I don't know, it's just me. If you really want to, you could just put it in the center. It doesn't make that much of a difference. Okay, but we're pretty much done with everything in the box. There's only one thing, and it's this right here, this seat. So the seat's connected over here with a servo on it. And you may be wondering, well, why is there a servo on this? It's not going to be moving. And the answer is because if you don't put a servo there, it thinks that the chair is anchored or something like that. I don't really understand it completely, but pretty much if it thinks that the chair is anchored, then it won't let you sit in the chair. So if you can't sit in the chair, then you can't control it. So we need this servo here. So yeah, now we just want to do the same thing. So just make sure it's like one stud under that. Okay, so we want to go over here, and then one stud under this. So boom, we want to place this, and then it has to be extend length of 1. So we're gonna set this to 1, then click it, and then we want to add our servo. And I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. So the servo has to be up like this, and you know you're doing it right when nothing is touching the servo. And then we just want to place another piston there. And then the piston also has to have a set extend length to 3. So the extend length is 3. And I failed. Okay, 3. Okay, boom. And it should poke out. I don't know why it's not. Let me see, am I doing it right? It is, that is not 3. Oh, okay, I know what it is. Okay, so it's actually set to 5, and we just want to set it out to 5, but then when it's out at 5, set it to 3, and that is because we want it to start out like this so that it doesn't get anchored inside the walls, but then when we're actually using it, we don't want it to be 5. We don't want it to go out as far because there's like no point. If you make it go in less, it just makes it look better, and also your weight's in the right spot and stuff. So yeah, just make sure that you set it to 5, extend it out, and then set it to 3, and then just don't touch it again. And then what we want to do is we want to place a plastic block on the end, make it small like that, and then we want to go down so that the middle is 7, so 2 by 7 by 1, and then we just want to place a car seat right here, just like that. So let me just get the car seat out, and boom, just like that. It should be around where your seat is right here. Okay, and now what we want to do is do this part right here. So we're done with this entire bottom right here, and this part right here up on top, this is to make sure that it can fly. So yeah, and if you're wondering, if you don't have a lot of plastic left, you don't actually have to make this beam this tall. You can make it like up to here, just this little tiny amount. I just make it high so that you can't see the balloons, because it just makes it look better as well. So now this is when we're going to put the roof on, because earlier I said we're going to put the roof on later, and that is true. We're putting on the roof now. Boom, all this is sealed off. Now in each corner we want to set our move to 0.5 and place a block just like this. Boom, and then go up 3, so it should be 2 by 5 by 2 on every single one of these corner ones, just like this. Boom and boom. Okay, and then on top we just want this plate. It doesn't really matter, just connect it all like this, and this is just so that we can place one block in the middle, and just place that block, and then you can go up like really any distance. Like you could really, if you want to, just go that high, or you could, if you even really wanted to, you could just go that high. It doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna go up here just so that no one can really see it. It's just for like aesthetic or whatever. If people see that, they're like, oh, I know exactly how you did it, but otherwise they're like, oh, how'd you do that? They just have to look up though. Okay, and I'm just gonna stand on this one for stability or whatever, so that I don't have to keep flapping my wings. But pretty much all we have to do is, actually I'm gonna move this up a little bit. All we have to do is get our plastic out, place it just like this, and then we want to set it to 20 by 1 by 20. So pretty much we want to set to 11 over here, and then 20 just like that. And just make sure that this like orb right here is centered. So you set this to 11, set this to 20, and it should be centered just like that. Now you want to get your balloons and place a balloon block in each corner just like this, and boom. And then you may notice that there's smaller ones right here, and that is for a very good reason. So just place the smaller ones right here just like that. And then over here we want these like outer balloons. Oh, I failed. Crap. Make sure to set your merge to red whenever you're going to place the second balloons, because we don't want them to merge, obviously. So set these outer ones to 1 by 2 by 1, just like this. Oh, it's a pretty long tutorial. These 22 minutes right now. Okay, and then we want to set these like ones that aren't really on the complete outer edge to be smaller. So they should be 1.05. For you, it will most likely change because it just depends on what your character or avatar is. Because if your character's like heavier, then these balloons won't really get you off the ground as much, and if it's lighter, then these will just lift you right off the ground. So yeah, but as you can notice or see, we are pretty much done now. So yeah, as you can see, there's only one more thing left to do, and that is binds. And now that I realize it, we actually forgot to put the boat motor on, so there was actually more to do. So pretty much we just want to do or place a piston. So let me actually get on top, just over here. So we want to place a piston in the middle. Pretty sure it's the middle. Yep. So just in the middle So this is right here, this like top, not this top, but this top, and exactly in the middle, because unlike the other ones we weren't placing in the middle, this one we want to place in the middle. And we want to set this one to be piston length 1, like this, oops, like that. And then oh my god, this is so hard for you guys to see probably, but pretty much at that exact piston, so we have this piston. Actually, it'd probably help to do this. So as you can see, we have the piston right there. We just want to place another piston pretty much right here. I don't know if you guys see, but right there. And then we just want to extend that one out. Let me just check what it is. 10. We just keep that one at 10. Extend that out. Don't know what I clicked right there, but I probably screwed up. Okay, there should just go like that. And then over here, all I did was place a boat motor. Boom. Just like that. Okay. And now we are done completely with placing stuff, other than like the switches. I guess you can just place the switches right now. Just place a switch there and a switch there. Actually, I'm gonna move the switch up a little bit so it's easier to place the cake, just like that. And they should not connect right here at all, and everything should be fine. And we will do the binding. Let me just save it though. I must load it in with my autosave or into load. Okay, and then I'm just going to quickly erase all of this so that nothing is connected, because I want all these binds to be fresh for you guys to see. So yeah. And then I have to erase this up here as well. And boom, that entire thing is just gone now. Okay, and make sure to save it. I saved mine, so you probably gotta save yours. And I'm just gonna make sure that everything's done correctly here. Actually, I'm gonna save it like that. Okay, and then if I do this, nothing should fall off. This fell off, but that is because that is what I clicked. Okay, all I have to do is go over here and zoom in and click this. It will go out, and then all we have to do is save and load. So in case you clicked anything, just save and load, and it should auto connect again, just like that. As you can see, it all works, or it all stays in place, and that's what we want. Okay, now we're gonna go into binding. So get your bind tool out, and anything that's binded to anything should be automatically unbinded. Okay, so oh wow, a lot of things have a bind. Okay, so anything that's binded to this chair, unbind it. Seems a lot of things are binded to this chair. Boom. See, this is binded. Boat motor, actually keep the boat motor. Boat motor is probably fine. And then before you unbind these up here, you actually want both of these binded to the chair. Actually, you don't. You want to unbind these small ones. Make sure these small ones are not binded to the chair, but bind these small ones to the thing right here. Boom. And then we also want to bind the big ones as well. So make sure the big ones are also binded to this. So all the balloons are binded to this switch right here. Only the small or big balloons are binded to this right here. And then we want everything again to be binded to the other switch that is connected to the helicopter. So right here, boom, all of the balloons binded to that. Okay, and now all we have to do is go through everything and take all the pistons and bind them directly to the switch. So yeah, this might take a second because you have to click on everything, but luckily everything is on the outside, or most of it's on the outside. There are some that aren't on the outside, like the pistons aren't on the outside, but those ones are pretty easy to grab as well because they're nice and small and easy to grab or see. Okay, make sure everything here is binded. Also make sure to bind this. I mean, the wheels don't really matter, just make sure, actually yeah, make sure you do select the wheels, because if the wheels aren't binded, then they will start spinning in the way you don't want them to. Okay, that's very confusing. So we want this one, we want this one. Did we already select that one? We did. No, we didn't. Okay. Everything should be selected. This is so confusing. I am sorry. Boom. Okay. Okay, we want all these connected. I think this is the most confusing part actually of like the entire thing, just getting all of these selected, because it's really hard to actually know if you got everything, because there's like so many. But once you think you got everything, what you want to do is bind it to this, and then you have to do it again. I know it really sucks, but it's just for setting up everything. Once you've done it, you're completely done, other than maybe we have to like make sure we turn everything collision off, but that's super easy. We just have to select all. So yeah, just select everything again. Boom. It won't take that long unless you're on mobile, then it's probably gonna be hard, but yeah. Okay, is this even mobile friendly? Okay, I'll make sure to say in the beginning of the video if this is mobile friendly for people that were maybe wondering. Okay, we want this. We want, oh my goodness. That. Boom. Yeah, this is just an absolute pain. But once you've done it, it makes life a lot easier. Okay. Boom. Make sure to get the wheels as well. Okay, and now just bind it to this right here. And now, wow, that's a ton of binds, but yeah, we're pretty much done now. There are a few more things that you might have to do, like if you forgot one, make sure to select it. But yeah, now all we have to do is select all, and if you're on PC, just hold Control and then select all of the like blocks right here. These ones, just deselect those. This, actually I failed. We want this, this, and this, 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 and this. Okay, so it should look like this, and then all we have to do is collision off. Okay, and if you're on mobile, just select all, collision off, and then just one by one go through these 6 things and collision them on. And boom, now all I have to do is save, and then when you load in, it should go like this. Now flick this switch, everything should be retracted. And also this should not, actually no, wait, that's good. Okay, and then just go like this, and everything should come out. And then when you flick it again, everything should go in. And you may notice that when it goes out, it does not do anything. That is because I think I did something wrong. Let me just reload it. So when I flick this, it should spin. Actually, it should not spin. Okay, so okay, just make sure to select or deselect all the wheels from this right here. Okay, now just it should all be good. It's just really confusing, so please don't be mad at me because I messed that up. But yeah, all I have to do to ready up is just do that. Everything should be activated except for the wheels, and then you go like this, and boom, you have a helicopter. And then I'm just gonna do a few changes. I want all this to be invisible, like this like double roof thing. And then I want this up here, all these balloons, I want these to be invisible because it just looks better when you can't see them, like this. Okay, I'm gonna make this wheel right here invisible. Okay, that looks pretty good. And now I'm gonna paint it. You know, you just like to paint your stuff. It just makes it look better. I'm just gonna make this all black right here. Boom. Okay, and then I'm also gonna make this black. This looks pretty good so far. My style, yeah, okay. Boom. Just make sure to paint everything if you're going to paint it. Okay, now I'm gonna make this black right here. Boom, 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 and boom. Okay, and then also I'm going to make this invisible. I'm gonna make this piston invisible as well. If I could find it. Boom, I want that to be invisible. Boom. Okay, and then I'm also gonna paint this. I'm gonna paint this all white right here. So like this. Okay, and then we're gonna make this black. You don't really have to watch this, it's just me painting it. But if you want some inspiration on what you could make it look like, I guess you can watch. Boom, just like that. Okay, and now it's looking pretty nice. Okay, and now all I have to do is flick that, delete that, and then all I have to do is get into the seat, place a cake, just like that, and then delete this. Oops, okay. That was not supposed to happen, okay. Actually, if you really want to, you actually probably don't have to bind all of these to that second switch. So I'm actually just gonna do this. Okay, save that. Okay, now you can probably just do this. Okay, so let me just quickly save it and load it again. Okay, just like this. Flick that switch, jump into the seat, place that, and then I'm just going to collision on off this. And yeah, okay. Oh yeah, okay, I see what I did wrong. Okay, make sure to collision off or collision on that switch, because the cake actually connects to that. Sorry, I completely forgot about that, but I remember you have to do that. Okay, now just boom, do that. Okay, now it should work 100%. Boom, just like this. You can walk around, you can jump around. This right here, it doesn't really matter. You could probably move the wheel in just a little bit. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, all I have to do is this. As you can see, you can control the helicopter, you get lifted in the air, and then if you click F, you go down. Or you should go down. I don't know why mine's not going down. Okay, yeah, it's going down. You just have to click a few times. Okay, I was double clicking, that's why. You just want to make sure that you click one time and then you go down. Okay, and boom. As you can see, it works, and then whenever you want, you can just go over here, flick the switch, and you'll just drop. And yeah, I don't know why this didn't go down all the way, and I don't know why that happened. I think it's just, okay, yeah, you want to make sure that all the balloons are activated when you flick that switch, and then this right here is because I screwed something up. Okay, make sure to unbind this thing from anything. So this should not be binded to anything. That servo, make sure it's not binded. Can't tell if that added a bind. Okay. Okay. And yeah, okay. So pretty much, let me just load this. Both of these are binded. We don't want these to be binded. Nothing should be binded to that servo, it's just there. But yeah, this is completely done now. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and see ya.